All right, welcome back to the Ironman Progress video series. We took a break, decided to do some AFK angler fishing, and with the fish barrel, spirit flakes, and Rada's Blessing 4, it's actually not so bad. I'm getting a decent amount of anglers. I didn't think I would, but it's pretty nice, and it doesn't move as often as I thought it did, so it's fairly AFK, and I think I'm going to switch to mostly angler fishing from now on. We have tons of carambwans, more than we probably would ever go through, and we need 91 fishing for the Mauritania Elite. So I'll probably just fish angler fish up until that point. They have a dual purpose of being both high healing food as well as being able to over heal you 22 hit points beyond your maximum HP. So it'd be good for us to focus on these. Yeah, like I just caught 4 in a row like that fast. That was nice. So this is probably going to be what we focus on fishing wise in the future. We pretty much just have one level to go. I mean, only 24k until 90. So anglerfish is pretty slow XP, but I think it'll be worth it to get like a whole level of anglerfish and possibly even more than that. Be nice for any sort of PVM we do. But I realize now that I completely forgot to buy the nature runes that I said I would buy at the end of last episode. So we got to go do that before we get started on Hydra, which we will officially be doing in this episode. I'm going to send it. We're going to try it out. It's going to be our first time. It's going to be awesome. But first things first, let's go make some nature runes. Okay, I know I said I'd make the nature runes and I will, but I have a feeling I'll die every so often at Death's Coffer. So I wanted to see if I can, nope, can't put that in there. No. I can do that, but I want to alch those. No. Can put these in there. And no to those. Okay, so all this stuff that I was planning to drop over to another account will be stuff that I drop over to another account. I thought I'd be able to put it in Death's Coffer. I don't know the rules around Death's Coffer, but apparently can't use any of that stuff. Let me take a look in a second to see how much this stuff is worth. Yeah, this is 3.7 mil worth of stuff in here. So I gotta drop this over. But okay, let's grab the dragon pickaxe and head into the rift. Now I have 3.5 mil. That's fine. You can never have too many nature runes. I'll dump all this in there. We'll craft all of it. It'll be chill. I've learned my lesson from previous times that you don't need to mine anything more than what you've got. Blah, blah, blah. Put that all in there. And we want mangled extract. Mangled, yes. All of it. Okay, what is left in the coffer? Yep, that's everything. Never as much as I think it'll be. Wait, if I knew that I didn't need to mine, why'd I bring my pickaxe? I think this is what you do here. Remove hat of the eye. Use the nature talisman. No? I use catalytic? What is this attuned to? Shit, I have no idea. How am I supposed to check? Is there no way to check? That's really annoying. I guess I just have to run there with a nature talisman the first time, along with my catalytic tiara, and imbue the tiara and then imbue the hat, and that's how I can get in there. Fantastic. Okay, we'll figure this out as we go, but we have 2,500 nature runes, and I think the best way to do this is, oh man, what if the quest cape is the right way to do this? No, because I need to go to the house anyway. So we'll go here, and then we'll go to CKR, and then we'll just run east to the nature altar, and that'll be that. This will take, I don't know, 15 minutes. All right, we're in here. Let's use the nature. No, that didn't work. Catalytic tiara. What am I doing? Oh, does the catalytic tiara just give you access to any catalytic? Okay, hold on. This is so, let's just craft these nature runes first. Okay, I'm so confused. I think the catalytic tiara just gives you access to any catalytic altar, which would mean that the hat of the eye then is now able to go into any catalytic altar. Okay, this is not made clear at all on the wiki. I'm reading all of this on the wiki, and maybe I'm just an idiot and it is clear, but okay, now that I know how that works. Oh man, all right, so we can put that down there, take this over here, shouldn't need any of that. And then we'll just fill this over and over, head up here, restore our run, go to CKR. Yeah, maybe this won't take 15 minutes after all. Maybe this will only take like 5, because you go through these extracts much faster than I thought. Yep, I can just click right on the mysterious ruins and we should be able to enter it. And if this works, I am officially, yep, I am a moron. Way to go. I was wondering why it didn't seem like we were making many nature runes. And then I was like, oh yeah, we don't have 91 for the like actual double natures. We boosted for that. And then I was wondering, does doubling work with the extract? 60 runes per extract. Okay. So it doesn't have anything to do with the number of runes you craft. It's purely how many extracts you have. So all of these give 60. And you use one each time you craft. Okay, so it's not that big of a difference to have double natures before we do this, but I feel like for whatever reason, we are not making as many natures as I thought we would. But that is all of the extracts used up. Let's go check how many nature runes we have now. Should be a decent amount, honestly. 18,000, that's more than enough. We should be good because we're going to be alching a ton at Hydra, and that'll give us more money to buy more runes, which, like I said, other than fletching, is pretty much all you're going to be needing money for in the late game. Let's finally set up for Hydra. Actually, wait, we can't set up for Hydra. We have to go get a task. Okay, yeah, let's go get a task. So here's what I was thinking. So we have, let's take a look, 3,600 reward points. I don't want to blow all of these skipping every single task for Hydra, right? So my thought is I will do burst tasks, barrage tasks, that kind of stuff. I will do boss tasks for things that I need, like God Wars, or I'm going back and forth on Serb, whether I really need it or not, but we'll do them if we see them. And if we feel like it, I'll do quick tasks like kill 15 black dragons. I'll just go and kill the baby black dragons or Anku or something like that. And then obviously I'll do Hydra. So it's not going to be just me skipping all the time for Hydra tasks. I wonder if I can extend them. No, I don't think I can. Anyway, that's my plan, is not to blow through everything, but there'll be some things that I still do when I'm searching for our Hydra task. So without further ado, our first attempt at getting a Hydra task. There you go, 14 black dragon. Oh, I forgot about this. It has to be in specific locations. That makes, maybe we will end up skipping more than I thought. Man, I completely forgot that was Konar's whole thing. This is fine. This will be pretty quick. It's just brutal blacks and we can just range them with the Bofa and that's easy. So we'll go do this one. There's our first brimstone key on this grind. It'll be fun to watch them all stack up over time. We'll see how many brimstone keys we get from 95 to 99 Slayer. Gargoyles in the Slayer Tower is one of them where, depending on how I feel, if I want to AFK for a while, I could do this, but I don't really feel like AFKing right now, so I'll skip this one. But this is an example of one that I would probably do. Oh man, this one's nice. But I don't have the time. I should probably unextend vampires, especially if I'm going to be doing them like AFK. I probably don't want vampires extended. Yeah, because I can just go do them whenever. I also just don't feel like doing this right now. This one, I think I can cannon. So this actually might be a good candidate for something to do. 148 in Jormungand's prison. Yeah, all right, we'll do this one, and we will bring some expeditious bracelets as well. I wonder if I should just put granite dust on my cannonballs. I mean, I wonder if there's any reason not to. Okay, that is what I am talking about. 162 Hydras in the Karum Slayer dungeon. Awesome. Yes, we finally have our Hydra task. It only took us like 130 points and skips. I think having 3,000 reward points is going to go a long way for us. So, all right, let's go get geared up and get ready to do this Hydra task. I think the first thing we can do for Hydra is take a look at the drops. Now, we're going to be fighting, obviously, the Slayer boss the entire time. In terms of uniques, the Eye, Fang, and Heart, which comprise into the Brimstone Ring. The Hydra Tail, I actually don't know what that is. The Leather, and this is the big one, the Hydra's Claw. Now, we'll look at all these other drops if and when we get them, but the Claw is the one that you really do this boss for. You combine it with the Zamorakian Hasta to create the Dragon Hunter Lance. 20% increased accuracy and damage when fighting dragons. This thing rules. It's awesome. It's perfect for Chambers of Zarek as well. Vorkath. It's really, really nice. Other than that, it's just got standard cash money, loot, all sorts of alchables, mystic robe tops, light and dark, tons of runes, blood, astral, death and chaos, all very nice for barrage tasks. Onyx Bolt's E, which is just straight up money. Lots of herb drops, like I said. Seeds are pretty rare, but they do drop from them. And then obviously just straight up cash as well as supplies and noted dragon bones. So it's got combat achievements as well. 75 and 150, and then just all sorts of little things. We'll go over them as we get them. So there's a lot to like about Hydra. As I've stated before, this boss is insane money. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do my trips, whether I want to, focus on collecting all the Hydra bones and banking them for prayer or what. I'll figure that out, I think, when we're going. We'll explain how it all works eventually. There's two methods for doing this, range and melee. We're going to skip the range method because we already have max range and we have 2 melee stats, attack and defense, that we need to get up. So we'll probably do everything with melee. Now, what's interesting is with this boss, you shouldn't take any damage other than the first hit, and that's a 50% chance to take damage. So it's recommended that you wear bandos and all that, but if you're not worried about kill times as much, Proselyte's really the way to go. Like, prayer bonus is going to be your king here. So it might be worth us bringing Proselyte as opposed to bandos, just because this is like a few max hits, maybe some accuracy. We'll check it out in the actual DPS calc, but we'll be using the Fang, which has, I believe, both an attack and defense option. We can bring the BGS. I don't know how much we'll be speccing him down. You can get his defense down pretty easily without needing this. Sarah Godsword would be really nice for the HP and prayer sustain, but we'll bring our Bandos Godsword. That'll be fine. All right, without further ado, let's gear up for our first trip. Okay, here is our breakdown for Hydra with Bandos and a Fire Cape. 3-minute kills, which is nuts, but really high accuracy. If we switch over to the Proselyte, time to kill goes up by 10 seconds, but our prayer goes up by 12. So I don't know what's more worth it. I think I'll start with the Bandos and see if it's worth bringing Proselyte. And I think I'm just going to keep the Fire Cape. I don't think I need the Arty Cape. Although if I put all of this on, somehow our time to kill is lower. Don't understand that. All right, whatever. We'll see whether I do Fire Cape, Bandos, or Proselyte Arty. We'll figure that out later. Okay, I think we're set up. I think this is what we're going to go with for our first trip. We got the Alch runes in there. Although I don't want to waste my Steam runes on alching. I may replace those. Yeah, I think I'll replace those. All right. I have done 2,800, I think, Hydra on my UIM because that's how long it took me to get the claw. So I'm very familiar with this boss. It has been a while since I've done it, but let's take our hard-earned shortcut here, which does leave you with like this really long black screen here, which is super annoying. Yeah, this is way longer than I thought. They should probably shorten that. All right, and here we are at the Alchemical Hydra. Oh, I still have all of these things from, I think these are ranged spots, so I should probably get rid of these. Let me clean this up. All right, I've got the Tile Packs plugin. We will import, there we go. That's the melee ones. And now if we're done with them, I think we can just, get rid of them like that. And then here are the range ones. Excellent. I think I am ready to do my first kill. I'll probably get back into the flow of things, do a few kills, and then show the walkthrough. Okay, yeah, this was a bit of a mess. I definitely don't know what to do on the lightning phase with all these melee tiles set up, but that's Don't Flame Me. And yes, look at all of these drops. I think I'll focus on the bones, I guess. I'm going to want to get prayer more than I want Herblore, but I actually have room for everything. Still got to look up what to do on that lightning phase, but we're getting better. Okay, that time we got lightning lure and mixing correctly. We'll find out what those are afterwards. That was unrequired anti-poison, and we have to bounce. So I will alch this stuff, take the coins. I guess I'll just bury that. Hydra bones, Hydra bones. Let's get out of here. I'm going to leave the BGS actually because its defense is already so low. I feel like, why would I use that? This could have just been a bad trip. It probably actually was just a bad trip, but I am going to adjust the prayer potion food thing a little bit, obviously. And I'm just going to bring 1 super combat. I will pre-pot a 1 dose and then just bring 1. So technically I have 5 doses of super combat, and we'll see how that goes. And just from those 6 Hydra kills, 694k 300k, 322k in raw GP. So yeah, we're going to be super rich at the end of this. Let's take a look at these combat tasks. Kill the Hydra without being hit by the acid pool, without being hit by the lightning attack, without being hit by the flame wall attack, and without empowering it. This one is essentially a speed task. Kill the Hydra without letting it spawn a flame wall attack. This one is without any damage. And then you just got speed chaser, kill 15 times. We'll get this one eventually. We need a great axe for that one. And then the speed times we probably won't get without dragon hunter weaponry. So we might get this damage one and the overtime one. But that's still a decent amount of combat points. I mean, they're all 5 each. And they keep adding combat tasks, pushing us closer and closer to being nudged out of the elite tier, which would stink. Okay, I turned off the tile pack. As you can see, this is with it on. I've got mine off because I think their tiles are bad. I don't know what they're thinking with these tile packs. There's no explanation or link to where they got them from. I disagree with them. So we are going to do our own kill with these tile markers. And if I like them, I will show how to do a kill. All right, we got a decent setup here. So I will show how to do an entire kill. We'll start on this little square right there, protect, and you'll get dragged in. I don't have auto retaliate on, but it's the same idea. After 3 attacks, run over to this square. Because you're standing on this 2, he will launch all of his acid to the left, so you'll avoid it completely. Then you can just stand on this tile until it's time to move on to the next phase, which will be at 75% health. He's at 81 right now. I'm not hitting as high as I normally do. This is kind of a bummer, but we should be all right. What's happening here? Oh, someone got a quiver. All right, you come over here after he switches to the blue phase, and he will have his defense lowered there. Then you stand here, and he will eventually launch some lightning at you. Yeah, just like that. So when it comes towards you, you run down here and then all the way down here. Remember to change your prayer so you don't get hit. Then you come to this tile, and when he stops moving, you're exactly where you need to be for him to not get hit by this chemical vent, which would empower him. When he changes, come down here and then stand on this square. And the reason you stand on this square is because when he walks over to the center to do his next move, standing here, you will just continue to attack him like this all through the entire walk. And then you're right on the tile that you need to be on. For this, you'll get a feel for the timing, but you just want to click right there and you can bypass the entire flame mechanic. In this black phase, after he does 3 attacks, he's going to launch a little acid bomb. You can move down here. Unfortunately, because of the fire spawned, we can't do anything and we just have to stand here. But keep protecting from all of his attacks. And after 9 of them, he will launch more acid. Unfortunately, I was not paying attention, so I just got to start moving after all these attacks. Yep, there it is. And that's the fight. And hey, look at that. We got Alchemical Hydra on the example kill. What a way to go. First collection log item, Mystic Robe Bottom Light. So I think I figured out a way to bypass the issues with that acid attack. If you're stuck here, you just go down here, and then when he launches that ball, then you come back up, and then you can keep attacking. The timing is a little strange, but you get a feel for it once Hydra started attacking. Ooh, Onyx Bolts E, 333k. My goodness. Oh, and I forgot it drops sharks as well. There's working overtime, which is 15 kills without leaving. Like I said, we would get that one pretty quick. And yeah, we've been here a while. I have had to bury the bones a bunch of times, which is probably we're just going to have to leave with whatever we can carry in our inventory because I don't feel like going back and forth. That is the end of our first real Alchemical Hydra trip. We're up to 23 kills. And look at all this stuff, man. These onyx bolts, all the bones. I can't decide whether I'm going to put the dragon stone bolts in Death's Coffer. Actually, let's go check. These better be able to go in Death's Coffer. Oh, that is so annoying. All right, well, I guess I won't be picking these up in the future. I don't even know what I'll do with them. All right, we've got the Mystic Robe top and bottom in there. So now we can alch any extras that we get. And they're 72k each. So that's going to be nice. for the bank value. Bloods, astrals. I think I looked at these onyx bolts already, but yeah, we'll alch them when we get back to our agility grind. 90 dragon bones already. This is such a nice boss. And 741k in cash. Bit of a detour from our previous content, but that is 90 fishing at Anglerfish. And we can now catch Chiron fish, which I think is in a raid and means absolutely nothing. Right. We spent a lot of time here. I had a lot of stuff that I needed to do, so I just parked myself here. We are down to 548 sandworms. We're going to need to buy more. But if we check out the food tab, 1,263 anglerfish. That is a whole lot. I'm happy with that number. Obviously, not like happy enough to be done. We will come back and get more whenever we need to AFK. But for now, I'm going to do these clues and jump back into Hydra. So I don't think I've talked at all about what my plans are post Hydra. Everything on this account has been really just like leading up to killing Hydra, and there hasn't been much discussion about what that will mean afterwards. So in my head, I have two plans branching off from one another. The first, we need the claw from Hydra. So we're going to be at Hydra until we get either the Hydra's Claw or 99 Slayer. So if we get the Hydra's Claw before 99 Slayer, we will head to raids. And that will start like kind of the raids arc of the account. We will start with Chambers of Zarek, and our goal there will be to get both of the prayer scrolls. And at that point, we would move to TOA, where our goal will be the Light Bearer. Once we get the Light Bearer, we go to Theater of Blood until we get the Avernic. And then at that point, we're free to go back to Slayer and continue any of the 3 raids that we want. That'll just be any of the raids we want to go to. We can do whatever we want. Whatever we're feeling that day, that'll be, what we focus on, because we need a lot of items from all of the raids and they'll all be useful. But those items that I mentioned, Avernic, Lightbearer, prayers, those are things that set your account up for success everywhere you go. So I want to get those before we move on to just, free for all, do any raids, whatever. So that's the plan going forward. Hopefully it made sense. And really, we're just waiting to see what happens with Hydra. That kind of dictates where we go in the future. We are up to 73 kills at Hydra, and it's time to take a break because this boss is very taxing. But look at all this stuff in the inventory, man. So much cash. We're already up 3 mil, which is insane. So this is a good time to start making Herblore potions. With everything we've got in the bank, I think the first thing we're going to start with, obviously, is going to be Ranar's, because we need a lot of prayer potions for Hydra. I think I'm going to stick with the Bandos gear for now, but if it comes down to it and I need to switch to Proselyte, I did the math, and it's 2 minutes more prayer with Proselyte versus Bandos. So that's like 30 extra minutes per inventory with how much I bring, which is not insignificant. So it's certainly something to consider going forward, but we'll probably start with the smaller amounts here. So we'll start with the Ranars. I might make some Aventos and then make stamina potions. We'll kind of see what comes up. But first, definitely prayer potions. I couldn't be bothered to record for a while, so I did my Herblore and then went fishing, but now I'm back and I have motivation again. So we went through our Ranars. As you can see, we're out of Ranars. We went through our Toadflax. We are out of Crush Nests. We went through our Snapdragons. We are out of Red Spider's Eggs, and we got some extra Snapdragon from Hydra. We went through our Mortmire Fungus. We went through our Wines of Zamorak, and we had started going through the Cadentine, Lantidime, and Quorms, and then I just stopped. But we got all the way up to 90 Herblore, which means that we can make super combats without boosting now, and we are 319 away from the next level. So we'll come back and do more Herblore the next time we are just bored and waiting for motivation to come back for us to do more Hydra. One thing we can also look at doing next is making all these super energies into stamina potions. That would be a good use, and I think we'll have a lot of Marks of Grace left over, but I don't want to do that math right now. We are going to go back to Hydra, but this video has gotten pretty long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. In the next video, like I outlined earlier, Everything is just going to be Hydra for here on out. We're just going to see whether we can get that claw or not, and that'll dictate where we go in the future. But Hydra is so good for the account in so many different ways, so I am very excited to just grind this thing out and see what comes of it. We should be getting maxed melees, honestly, if we stay there for how long I think we will. We'll get attack and then defense both to 99. That'll be nice. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you again next time.